Hello Libra, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it is time for your October reading. I've got the Wonderland Tarot here, and we've also got rune cards and an oracle deck. As always, these are general readings for a general Libra audience. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for another Libra. I invite you to check out the videos for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for the most helpful, most resonant guidance. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of swords. Let's pull your rune card. Berkana, nice. And your oracle card from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, Between Worlds. That's so interesting. That makes so much sense. So Berkana is, of course, the rune of fertility when you're about to bring something new, something that only you can bring into the world. It doesn't necessarily have to be a baby, but it can be a time of creativity, certainly. So with that can come a new role when you're bringing something new into the world. That can be a transition period or a liminal moment when you're shifting roles as you give birth to something new or change roles. And that dovetails with this card, Between Worlds. So this talks about that liminal moment when you're transitioning maybe from one job to another, or from one stage of life to another stage of life. Let's look at the tarot and see how these ideas play out. In the first column here, we have the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The Nine of Swords, of course, is that card that suggests maybe there's some worries, there's something that might be keeping you up at night. And certainly if you're about to launch something or bring something new into the world, or if you're going to start a new position or need to leave a job even, or need to leave a relationship or something like that, that could be giving you some doubts or worries, or keep you up at night a little bit. It could be the sort of thing where you don't have enough information to make a move, or kind of go through that door to that new role or that new position, or sign on the new lease or whatever it is, or just that the new launch is not quite ready to launch, as it were, and that could be what's causing the concerns. Or just knowing that the deadline is looming, and all that it takes to get whatever you're working on to the finish line could be what's causing these sorts of sleepless nights. But this is paired with the Queen of Swords, and this Queen of Swords is a consummate professional. She has the answers. She has the wisdom. She's also a confident person. She is good at editing, actually. So she can kind of see where the issues might be, or where the hang-ups or the problems might be, get to the root of problems, or kind of suss out what potential pitfalls might be, and just you know, keep to the most important information, keep the good stuff in, and the stuff you don't need out. So this can either be someone external to you, a boss, a mentor, a friend, a co-worker, colleague, even a business partner. This could even be your romantic partner, is someone you're building with or working with, or your writing partner even. There is very much the piece of the writing element, having a legal mind, having a mind for contracts here with the Queen of Swords. But this doesn't necessarily have to be a person external to you. For some of you Librans, this actually represents you working through this moment of doubt or fear or hesitation, or kind of weeding through, your concerns and getting to the moment where you see that you have everything you need in place, or reading through the fine print of the contract, or editing the piece that you're working on, or whatever it is, and feeling that confidence, being able to move forward or launch or publish, or take that as it resonates for you. In the next column, we have a very exciting change. We have the Knight of Swords, who is very much the go, go, go. It doesn't have to be a he, but I just use the male pronoun out of habit with the knight there. But this is an agent of change, and that's paired with the Wheel of Fortune, which is also a card, a major arcana card, indicating a time of change. So this is a turn of the wheel, a new season. This indicates even a change of luck. So as you take action, you change your luck for the better. More opportunities come in that reflect this new, more decisive action. And for many Librans, there is a connection again to either the written word or publishing, thoughts, ideas, branding, your social media, maybe a resume you've put out there, because the Suit of Swords is so often tied to ideas, philosophies, marketing, how you communicate your thoughts, yourself, your brand, like that. But this is going to open up new doors, bring you more opportunities that you're going to not just enjoy or be able to use in October, but really kind of for the next phase, or the next cycle, for the next few months. The next column we have here is the Moon paired with the Eight of Swords. This is the reminder, the little heads up that you might not see the immediate response to whatever you publish or put out there, or get all of the information that you think you're going to get in response to this. So for example, just as one for instance, this isn't necessarily true for all Librans, but for example, if you put a bunch of resumes out there, if you submit a bunch of resumes, you might not hear back immediately, or you might just get responses from a couple of folks, or for a role you hadn't applied for. It might cause some, again, concern or confusion, but this is just a phase. When we see the Moon card, it tells us that there's just a lack of information, there's a lack of clarity, and that tends to lead to, again, some sort of momentary hesitation, maybe even self-doubt, but we have in the final column the King of Cups, paired with the Five of Pentacles. The King of Cups is very likely a person outside of you who has help, support, advice for you. And the Five of Pentacles reminds you to reach outside of yourself, accept help, look for support amongst your friends or your associations, maybe clubs or a church or some other, your bowling league or some other association that you might have. The Five of Pentacles indicates a time where your batteries might be running low, or your resources, your financial resources might be running low, or your emotional resources might be running low. In some area, you might have a need, and friends or family or a club can fill in the gaps for you. And in particular, a King of Cups is mentioned here. This could be specifically someone like a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer could be of particular help here, or in any case, it's someone who has an emotional intelligence, an emotional awareness, and has some guidance, some emotional support, someone who is good at listening, and someone you feel safe with sharing your, maybe even your messy side, spilling your secrets, or just kind of sharing your doubts or hesitations until you start getting maybe the responses that you're expecting or hoping or looking for on the other side of this liminal moment. Just remember, the rune and the oracle card are sharing that you're in kind of this in-between phase where you're going from one role of life, one phase to the next. And as you're giving birth, as you're moving through that portal, that transition moment is what's leading to this kind of lack of clarity. And once you get through to the other side, then you'll have more clear-cut answers and you'll be able to see what's ahead of you. But it's as if you're not just giving birth to your project, you're kind of in the birth canal yourself. I hope that doesn't sound too weird. But it's only when you're sort of through the portal that you'll be able to have more clarity. So I'm going to leave it there, Libra. It looks like October is a transition month for you, with opportunities coming in, but this is sort of like the launch. And there's support for you here with more to come, as we go through the fall. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that's helpful. I invite you to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. In any case, please take good care. Until next time, bye for now.